It's okay. Off your mic, it's okay. Off your mic,
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk through to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego diary politico, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my egun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my egun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my egun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo. My egun don't come, oh, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo. My egun don't come, oh, yo. Man of the masses, my ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego la wamo, la moto do. My ego diary, na ibi number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làwọn tó jódodo. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Mayegun diary politico. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary na ibi number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. àní ẹ̀sùn làjò.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjò.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjò.
Máyégún ti dé.
Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjò.
Hello there, brethren. Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and a good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. It is Máyégún live. Brethren in the Temple of Truth, please, after reading the caption of this broadcast, read the description of the broadcast as well. Like it, hear it, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them that Máyégún today, Máyégún is live. Thank you very much if you have done that. And we can sit back now, relax, and enjoy the chat. The last 24 hours in Nigeria and beyond has been that of drama, tantrums, rage, and loss of it. Simply because a week ago, the Thiefnubu's regime, they were still very much pontificating, pushing the narrative, the propaganda that the news of genocide against Nigerians, especially the Christians, right, deserves the world attention. So they tried to twist it, to turn it, but they still didn't do anything that could give the confidence to say, oh, truly, this is not the government-sponsored terrorism. So what happened, brethren? A lot of people have been dropping their own think pieces. You should not celebrate. Donald Trump classifying Nigeria or designating Nigeria as a country of particular interest. So people who have been like saying, oh, America is coming to come and steal your this, America is coming to do this and that, and all of that. So on Máyégún's Diary Political tonight, we are going to take everyone and everything one by one. So if you have that time, after sharing, sit back, relax. Let us start the lecture or the sermon. Yeah? So the first thing I want you to know is this. Designating Nigeria as a country of interest, because it is not just Nigeria. There are like dozens of other countries that are also designated as the country of a particular interest. The killings in Nigeria got to the height of it when Goodluck Jonathan was president. Boko Haram terrorists and their own collaborators, they held sway, they held political offices, they campaigned that they would end terrorism in Nigeria. They were able to recruit the people from the same Amrica, the White House, Obama's White House, to effect a regime change in Nigeria. That is a fact. But here is something. The killings never stopped. It escalated. When APC, Egbekegbe, took over power, more Nigerians have been slaughtered by the Islamist Jihadists from the up north to the down south. When Buhari was president of Nigeria, right, and then the Fulani terrorists held sway at the last few months of Donald Trump's presidency, he was the only person who challenged the same Buhari that why are you doing nothing when they are killing Christians in Nigeria? Because that's the report they are getting. So when the campaign of the massacre or the killings the killings of Christians in Nigeria, which have been so documented, the destruction of churches and all that. So you see, the Christians in Nigeria who have taken their campaigns outside Nigeria have told the world that they are being persecuted because of their religion, with evidence, where bishops were kidnapped, slaughtered, where school children who were like Christian children were kidnapped, converted to Islam, and then married them off. All these things pointed to the persecution because of their religion. But there are also Muslims being killed. There are those who are neither Christian nor Muslims being killed. Who is responsible for the protection of lives and their properties? Whether you are a Christian or a Muslim or have you, whoever you are as a Nigerian, the protection of your life is solely the responsibility of the government. Now, if the government gives no shit about you, rather than go after the terrorists, right? They started placating them. They started giving them different names. Operation Safe Corridor, Grazing Route, Cattle Colony, Waterway Bill, Social Media Bill, and all those things to continue to placate terrorists that Nigerians are seeing and the world seeing. Communities have been ransacked by these terrorists in so many places where they have destroyed lives and properties, right? And the survivors have kind of like run away. These terrorists have claimed and they remained at the crime scenes, and government is not looking for them. But they continue to tell Nigerians that they are doing their best. Nigerians are watching every part of the country, every local government in the country falling into the hands of different gangs, different terrorists, subjecting Nigerians to the most inhumane kind of a treatment. Okay, the Christians got the attention of the West. Nigerian government didn't give a damn. They politicized it. Thiefnubu went to Benue after they killed over 200 people in Yewata. He went to Benue and he was telling the people in, Makurdi is the capital of Benue. Meanwhile, from Makurdi to Yewata is like maybe another 1 hour drive. He didn't go there. They brought them to him, right? And he told all of them that, like, he knew why they are being killed. Your president told these victims that there is enough land for everybody. They should share some. They can live together in peace. That was what he offered. The rest of the world is watching. When your government did nothing, as Muslims, Christians are being slaughtered in Nigeria. You know the difference. The Christians that are being killed, right? Especially for those, regions where these killings have been so, oh my God, right? They have been very vocal. They have used every platform to get their attention. Since the government won't do anything, they are not stupid. They know that the government is responsible for this terrorism. And that is why they are making it look like it is impossible to get rid of them. You get that now? So their cry gets there. What happened to because every time we read the report of Fulani terrorist killings, Boko Haram killings, kidnappings, all this, right? Around that time, you will never see these jihadists from northern Nigeria come out to condemn all of this. They won't. But you say something about Sharia, say something about this Islamic jihadists, then they will come for you. They will just swell on you like. It is more than the terrorism. It is about the enablers of the terrorism in Nigeria. So what is Amrica doing? Before I even go like breaking it further, because it's obvious that your government is responsible for the terrorism, but we'll get to that part. Government won't do anything, even when they are given weapons, right? The hierarchy of the military has become so compromised that repentant terrorists are being reabsorbed into the Nigerian military, and they are not ashamed of saying that. They are celebrating repentant terrorists, rehabilitation of terrorists, and all of that. Then behind the scene, they, in government, they are pushing Sharia. They are pushing Sharia, while those other ones are using weapons to forcefully force everybody out of their lands. Their elites are pushing Sharia, to inculcate the Islamic law into the existing laws of Nigeria. And they are very bold about it. While all these killings are going on again, this Islamic body never came out to condemn these terrorists. When I say these terrorists, I mean the same terrorists that are killing even Muslims. Everywhere you turn to, you will see the Christians whose loved ones have been slaughtered, or conducting mass burials, videos, pictures. We have seen Muslims who were slaughtered in their mosques, in their tents, 57, 47, 100 and this, in Niger, who are also Muslims. I never see any rage from this, all of a sudden, lovers of Nigeria. There's no real rage. Because what they couldn't do in their own line of extremism, those terrorists are doing it. They are just there reading your comments, watching your videos. They want you to say something about Islam. They want you to say something about this so that they can fire back and tell you that, why are you saying that? Why do you want to divide this country? So when the Christians finally got the attention of the Americans, this Islamic jihadists from this northern part of Nigeria and their counterpart from the southern part of Nigeria and the rest of elsewhere, they suddenly now want to tell you that declaring that the Nigeria is the country of particular concern. Meanwhile, what does that even mean? Maybe I should tell you. For those who have been telling you that America is the devil, they are the ones who are behind this terrorism. They are the ones who, now they are now trying to come and send soldiers to Nigeria in the name of trying to help you fight it. No, America is not sending any soldiers. You see all those stupid thoughts, right? And those who are pushing that, and you that believes them, I don't know how to classify you, but here is something. What that simply means is that declaring Nigeria in that sense, right, is the first step. If Nigeria government, Thiefnubu, if they admit that the Christians and the Muslims are being killed, some of them are stupidly saying even they are killing more Muslims than Christians, but you are not enraged as a Muslim. You are not. You don't care. That the government is not doing anything to protect the lives of the Muslims. You are not bothered. Until when America start talking about the Christians that they are killing. Now, suddenly, if you want to talk about the killed Muslims, you don't care about them. That's one thing about majority of you, right? Now, here is something. You see that CPC, country of particular interest, is a good thing. Ask me how, and I'll tell you now. It is the first step to ask your government to go after not just the terrorists, including their sponsor. So if you agree that these terrorists are killing Muslims too, that means they are killing Nigerians. You as a government, you should not even put up any defense. It's a clarion call. And here is where the CPC comes. If Thiefnubu's regime now failed to go after the terrorists proper, including their sponsor, America knows them. Trust me, they do. And how? In northern Nigeria, there are famous terrorist preachers, recruiters, terrorist cells that are operating, funded by politicians, state governors, senators, and the rest of them who are funding these, printings, media in northern part of Nigeria. They know them. And including where they are getting their fundings from. America knows them. Therefore, Nigeria knows them. Now, if you want to go after this terrorism, go after the sponsor. And there is nothing called peace deal with terrorists. There's nothing called peace meeting. You either kill them or you capture them and you sentence them to life imprisonment. Capture them and then kill them. That's when you are going to show. So this is not even for the terrorists yet. The CPC is not for the terrorists yet. It is to ask your government to go after them. Why do you have a problem with that? Why do you think you should have a problem with that? By America saying, if Thiefnubu fail, if your ministers of defense fails, if your NSA and the rest of them continue their conspiracy, one hand, they are funding the terrorists. Second hand, they are claiming to be killing the terrorists. So you get, on the third hand, we are seeing the terrorists with the people, civilians, doing peace meeting. So all that shit, all that nonsense will first have to end. They have to send messages to all these their terror sponsors and friends that, listen, these Americans are around now. Because what this CPC means is that it's not for you. It is for them. Ribadu, Thiefnubu, Shitty man. Some of your cleric in northern Nigeria, in southern Nigeria. Do you understand? who are better recruiters. All those people who are promoting this blaspheming law, are you with me? Those people who are promoting blaspheming law, Sharia law, they will go down. And how? This is why I said it's not, you see all this fear mongering, all this nonsense that some of them are pushing, right? By the time you realize why, then you may kind of find yourself in a conundrum, and it's something that I'm helping you. I am. I'm not telling you that America is wholly your friend. No. But in this instance, what they just did is to say all this lip service, all this nonsense parade, and no. Do something. In fact, this killing has to stop now. And we mean you have to stop it now, end it now. Doesn't mean that the whole thing is going to end tomorrow. And they are not doing it because they love the Christians that much. There are other geopolitics, there are other sort of like, political tone to the rest of that. But you and me, who have been the victims of this neo-colonists, their local collaborators who are parading themselves as your politicians, because without them, these neo-colonists, they can never get to us. So if anybody tells you that America is coming to come and take your crude oil, that's one of the most bullshit things you hear from anybody, except if that person is actually a retard. They are building something called KKK right now. The one they are negotiating terribly with Niger Republic. The reason why they wanted to invade Niger Republic, because they thought if the different government is in Niger Republic, this KKK pipeline they are building from Imo State, from taking gas from the eastern Nigeria, that they want to take gas to Europe, is the biggest pipeline project that America is doing in Africa. Go and check it. $22 billion projects. That's what they call it. To tap gas from eastern Nigeria straight to the Atlantic to Europe. So that when they want to cut off from Russia, here you get. So if anybody is telling you that, now because Nigeria says something about Palestine, it's because they want to come and take your resources. They are taking your resources already. Willingly. They sign agreement. This KKK thing, people, they will say their own project is to protect it. A multi-billion-dollar project from Nigeria. It is, that's even minus other things they are taking from inside Nigeria. Without any fight, without any shooting of any gun. All of them, they are robbing everywhere as we speak. So if anybody is telling you that America, this thing they are doing is going to backfire. Look at Afghanistan. No, they are not sending any soldiers to you. No. You are not that important. No, you're not really that important. No apologies. To America. But I am saying, even if they have any geopolitics, even if they have anything, what is wrong in putting fire at the bottom of these rogues who are playing with your lives? They are telling you they are fighting security. But on the other hand, you are seeing them doing peace meeting with terrorists with these powerful weapons. You are seeing terrorists doing TikTok. Nobody's looking for them. So how would you feel if for one reason, right, all those terrorists you saw in that video, in their meetings, they rounded them all of them up. Their members, all of them, they rounded them, and before you know it, government of Nigeria, Nigerian Army, they are parading about 2,000 terrorists and their weapons. So you will not feel better. Is that not a good thing? Is that not a good thing? So in the absence that they do anything, probably they choose not to do anything, then that is when America will now begin to go after them one by one. What that means is that America will personally designate those individuals as terrorists and terrorist sponsors, terrorist enablers, including your president and the rest of them who have failed to act. So the third stage, they'll begin to place sanction on them. Sanctions on these criminals does not affect you. Here you get, and America will not just place sanctions on them. Some of their properties will be taken. Some of them will be under the radar that they could be arrested anywhere in the world. All these things will be hanging on their necks. And because it is America and it is Donald Trump, Majority of them will remain in Nigeria. All this kind of like gallivanting all over the place, they will begin to kind of be very careful. Because by then, the American media, they would have taken over then. American media would be publishing the faces of these, your leaders. They will be publishing the details of their connections, how they are burying some of this, doing all this cover-up. Your state governors who is budgeting for terrorists in northern Nigeria. You know, there are some states in Nigeria, in northern part of Nigeria, that they are actually budgeting money that they give to the terrorists for peace. The terrorists will still go on and still kill people and kidnap them. So if you are a Muslim from northern Nigeria, right, and you agree that they are killing Muslims too, do you not really think if anything could be done to stop that killing, you should support it? Instead of you to be angry, following different propaganda of they are coming to steal your kiniko, they don't even need to declare anything on you to steal your, they are doing it already. These criminals are not accountable to you. Now, they are going everywhere, borrowing left, right, and center. Thiefnubu thought he could probably like avoid Donald Trump for that long. Sure you get. Until when they sent Shitty Man to UN. Shitty Man went to United Nations. He was talking about Palestine and Gaza. He made no single mention of the killings in his own northern part of Nigeria. Shitty Man was there to deliver the message of Thiefnubu on behalf of Nigeria. And now that they say, okay, if you don't care about the people in northern Nigeria, the Christians, the Muslims in northern Nigeria, that you choose, there is not even a single paragraph to mention them, right? And guess what? This Olori Burukuma Shamfa Nijati Jati that are screaming and bleating from northern part of Nigeria, this closet terrorists, Papa, they love Palestine than they love any Christian in Nigeria. It's not just that too. Papa, they will burn down houses to show their rage when they feel like a Palestine is cheated or is being cheated and all that inside Nigeria, than for them to rage that terrorists are killing their fellow Muslims in Nigeria. Guess what? They actually believe that the life of the Palestine is so valuable, right? That the life of their own fellow Sokoto residents doesn't really matter. You will see their rage, you will see their anger when it comes to all this Middle East. But when it comes to this Middle Belt, they are cold dead. Sometimes they will even be mocking them. They will tell you it's our religion, it's our belief, that's our faith. Nobody can. You see that one? You see all this, their tweets all over the place. It is an honor to be called an Islamic extremist. I can't pretend or keep quiet. I support the death penalty for blasphemy. In 2025, educated people are pushing that people should be killed because of what they say about their religion. In Nigeria, America says you don't have a religious tolerance. Those who have guns, this one don't get guns, though. Here you get. Or imagine if they have guns. So they will do what those terrorists are doing. So they're all over the place now preaching that don't let America use you. This is our country. What the only thing they want to do is to break this country. They will just break up this country. Right? My great grandmother would say, you are supposed to be mad that Thiefnubu and APC, they messed up Nigeria so much that it takes America to talk about Christians being killed. Before some of you begin to say, oh, Muslims are being killed too. You're not mad at that. So like you, some of you, these Ronukus, I love Nigeria. You love this Nigeria so much. You are not kind of like moved. You didn't feel enraged that they are killing your fellow Muslims or they are killing your fellow Nigerians. You are backing the government that is meeting with terrorists, pardoning them. You are defending them, claiming you love Nigeria. Emma Shofoni. One by one, I tell you, at offspring. People are dying. We should be holding the guys who are supposed to protect us, not begin to cook conspiracy theory. I'm not interested whether America, because I know America is not coming to send their soldiers anywhere. At least before that time, you know if you hold these rogues and say, use the go after these people now. Sheikh Osama bin Gumi knows the locations of all of the Fulani terrorists in the forest of northern Nigeria, every state. Sheikh Osama bin Gumi. He knows everywhere you can meet. He is there leading state government officials, military officials. He is leading them to go and sit down with armed terrorists in the forest. You think they don't know them? Gumi will be indicted. Saudi Arabia ban him. Terrorists are going to these Islamic countries to raise money, to get weapons, to come and kill not just Muslims, not just the Christians, even Muslims inside Nigeria. You are not mad. One more shake with one. And now you can be like, say, America is coming to come and take our resources. We should not be, don't let us be celebrating. Nobody is celebrating. It should be a wake-up call for your criminal government. To say, listen, we will provide security for every Nigerian, be it Christian or Muslim, and we will go after these terrorists. It is as simple as that. Just do it. Do it. Donald Trump and his ban and everything, you get what you won't lose. Just do what you have to do. How is that hard? How? How can any government turn you and tell you that there's some people external pushing propaganda? They are pushing propaganda of Christian genocide. Okay. That's stupidity, right? So some people are pushing Christian genocide. America is pushing Christian genocide. Meanwhile, they are killing more Muslims in Nigeria. I say, oh, then we are just like one of us, they shout Muslim genocide too. But hey, wait, who are those killing them? The jihadists, Islamist jihadists, killing Muslims as well. Instead of you to get upset, you should use the opportunity and say, America, please add Muslims too. They are killing Muslims. Okay, no, leave America out of it. Hold your government responsible. That's true. Hey, Thiefnubu, protect us, protect us from these terrorists. We don't give a damn about Muslim ticket anymore. Here you get. That's where you should direct your rage. But they are fingering your brain, cooking conspiracy theories. Donald Trump, America is going to come back. Hey, they are already taking your oil, taking your gas, taking some other resources that we don't even know. As America is taking, Russia is taking, China is taking. Europe, they have their own agent there. Nigeria is a hunting ground for all of them. If to say government day, Nigeria won't be what it is. But your rogue government is pushing the responsibility to you, telling you that you have to stand up. Don't let us divide. Don't let them divide us. Baba, hey, calm down. Whether they won't divide us or not divide us, you do your job. Let us wake up tomorrow. And those terrorists from Nasarawa to Zamfara to Niger, all this your kinetic nonsense that these politicians are pushing, right? Then you go and you send the signal to their sponsors. Listen, the game is over. Once now they are now saying, they want to do Jonathan for him. They want to use opposition to take over power. Baba, this government should still keep power. These people should still keep power. I got back power now, you think say no figure to you? Most of the people they killed yesterday, those ones they killed a pastor, kidnapped 20 people in Kaduna. Those people, 2-3 years ago, they were sitting like you too, reading the news of people being killed in this place, that place, that place. Most of the people who are reading the news of these killings today, they will be killed. It will get to all of us eventually. Until then, Abi, it's the government you have to hold. They are the ones responsible to protect you, not America, not Donald Trump, not anybody. But if it takes them to wake your government to act, what is wrong in that? round them up. From the northwest to the north central to the northeast, round them up. Make it an operation that no mercy. Cancel, make an announcement and say, all this amnesty for these criminals is over. You get that now? Act. Let people who have been displaced, women, children, return back to their homes. Then there's nothing where America won't talk. There's nothing Donald Trump sanction won't do. Because right there and then, everybody will see what you are doing. They won't give a damn. But you are telling people not to worry. But why they are being told not to worry? They are reading the news that they have killed another 50 people somewhere. Oh, now everybody is now checking the news to check. 75 people killed in Kidden. Let's see, are they Muslims or Christians? Oh, they are Muslims. So see you. This one are Muslims. So you know go trend you because they have destroyed the humanity in so many of you. They have numbed you. So these killings, this death, they don't mean anything to you. It just seems normal. And that is why your criminal politicians are more interested in the next election than actually doing the job of the one they have declared for themselves. So declaration of Donald J. Trump has triggered reactions everywhere. Arewa is kind of like getting so mad. Now they want to remind all of us that we are one Nigeria. We are one this and that. We should all come together. But they were slaughtering people in Kwara. They were slaughtering people in Oyo, slaughtering people in Enugu, in Ebonyi. Baba, they are slaughtering people in the Middle Belt and all these places, right? How does that make us one? No. Then behind it, some people are telling us that whatever they want is what will happen in this same contraption. They are funding terrorism. They are funding Sharia. And the way they are pushing their Sharia, now political Sharia will be say, now only poor man, he go to punish, cut off his hand if he steals. Oh yeah, give him 200 lashes of the cane if he fornicates. Just the poor. Nothing to touch them. Right? While they kind of make do with the worst sin you can think of. So they are pushing it political for control. Control in a country that is a secular country. Secular country. It's a blasphemy law. Nobody can change that. That is us. Would you understand what is their blasphemy law? Blasphemy law is something that is like a death sentence. They will kill you. In 2025, in a country that is not Islamic Republic of Nigeria, maybe it's actually Islamic Republic of Nigeria. Educated people, they will be telling you that blasphemy, we cannot, it's our faith. Anybody, do you understand what is blasphemy? If somebody says I said something and it insults the Allah, or if somebody says, okay, I disrespected the Quran, that's it, I could lose my life. Yeah. Death sentence inside Nigeria. Sharia. They are now spending money to recruit people, even in Yoruba land, all over the place, because the intention is never about the religion. It is about control. So yes, those who are pushing all these things, they don't mean well for Nigeria. They are the enemies of Nigeria. And you should know. They don't mean well for Nigeria. How can you mean well for a country that is multicultural, multi-religious, multi-ethnic, multi-this, multi-that, They say a secular society. Everybody they do your own thing. Then some group of people decided that they could use the instrument of the government to push their religious hidden agenda in the name of unity. So don't let anybody deceive you about this. Maybe today America and the rest of them have been stealing your resources. Some of you don't even know your resources. They ask you right now that how much is Nigeria making from crude oil a day? You're probably going to go and Google it. And they will say 1.7 million barrels a day. How much is that? We are making over 100 and can you come here and say, where is the money? Do you know where is the money? You will never know where the money is. They don't need to declare something and all that. And I don't even actually think they have the plan of removing a call. But this is just the beginning. That's what they said. So what Trump said, Christianity is facing an existential threat in Nigeria, which is true. Thousands of Christians are being killed, which is true. Some people want him to say, I'm Muslim too. Everywhere he put Christians, they want him to put Muslims too. But why does he have to take Donald Trump to say more Muslims are being killed more Christians are being killed in Nigeria before you think he should have said more Muslims too? You didn't say that before now. You were okay. They were killing Muslims in their droves. You were all right. Abi? The only way you shall want me anybody do is to insult your Allah, to insult your religion. Now, Donald Trump is talking about Christians. You want him to say Muslims too. Nigerians are being killed. Are you supposed to get mad at Donald Trump? Or then just kind of move back and say, government of Fogonla Nigonsha. They are killing Muslims, that means they are killing Nigerians gone now. Government will lay now. Should you get like, boy, like, kilo happen now? Which kind of country be this? Wait to. I don't get business with Donald Trump. Come They just tell me say they kill more Muslim more than Christian. You just hear that. No. Now you say that they kill a lot of Nigerians, Abi. Yes, they are. So why are we not mad? Why are we not angry? They say no. America just wants to divide us. It's okay. Don't worry. Say, are you any? You look at Donald Trump. You look at America. You just told me right now that they paid all these figures I'm saying. You are telling me that it's a propaganda because of more Muslim, Abi. You agree about more Muslims than Abi. So what are we now talking? See, that means they are killing more Nigerians. Abi, you agree? And continue son, but Donald Trump is not saying it. Instead of Donald Trump to just say, okay, they are killing. Just with a benjaini. So she was so retarded, Bayani. Kilo called Donald Trump in Nigeria. He just admitted that they are killing Muslims and Christians. These are Nigerians in droves. Who should we be angry at? Who? The government is trying their best. Okunla pa shokonola for you. Tomo denio. You are everywhere. The point here is this. I have said something about self-destruct. These people feel so powerful. They feel so irresponsible to anybody. And that is what is called the self-destruct button. They will destroy themselves, and you are going to help them. And that is why it is very much good to remind all of us that what you will enable is what persists. Thiefnubu and this gang have no plan of protecting you. They can do all they can spin all they want, that America is just trying to take this or that. America is not helping them, this and that, and all those stories, but nobody is stupid. You cannot be pampering terrorists because you want to be politically correct, because of political exigencies. These were the same you who went to the US one by one, right? And you sold Nigeria out. They gave you the power. Protect Nigerians. Look at the mess you've made. Now it seems that you have no idea what you are even doing. So everybody should just pretend that it is okay. The Nigerians are being killed, whether they are Muslims or Christians, while others are pushing their religious agenda underneath politically. And you are pretending that, so it's better they break up that shit hole. You break it up and save lives. Next stage. Ted Cruz. I am deeply gratified to President Trump for making this determination. I have fought for years to counter the slaughter and persecution of Christians in Nigeria. And this year introduced legislation that will lock in the designation made today. Today's designation is a critical step in holding accountable and changing the behavior of Nigerian officials who have facilitated and created an environment conducive to the outrage in Nigeria. My legislation implements additional steps, including targeting those who implement blasphemy and Sharia laws in Nigeria. And I am committed to working with the administration and my colleagues to advance my bill and implement these necessary measures. Today's decision by President Trump is a great one, and I thank him for his strong leadership. Why should you be angry? If you are very sad about the killings going on in Nigeria. Why should you be angry if you have finally found someone or a country that could make your leaders responsible? Is Nigerian government trying to say that with their sellers, are they trying to say that there's nothing they can do about the insecurity in Nigeria? So therefore, America is likely going to sponsor regime change. Yeah, they are thinking that. So why not just fix the problem? Just fix the problem. So the coming days will be interesting. Yes, it will be interesting. Nigerian officials will be arrested on an international trip. Nigerian loan applications will be cancelled, as well as grants, including, Nigeria collects, they collect, what they call that thing again, charity. They collect grants from all these countries. So they will cancel all of that. Sure, you get me now, but that is the last resort. The first part will be everyone known to be enabling and then sponsoring terrorism in Nigeria. And also, there is also going to be a chance that America will develop profiles of all the known Fulani terrorists and every other terrorist in that contraption. So, and their connections to some of these politicians. That's how they're going to build they are going to build the network of Nigerian terrorist financiers, sponsors, arrowheads, government officials, private sectors, everybody linked to the terrorism in that regard. So, and that's going to be like a good thing. I mean, APC, Egbekegbe wants all of us dead. And they want us to be singing and dancing while they do it. Here you get, it's like the cow. We're like cows being led to the slaughter. Cows are filing on. They didn't know as they are going in, they are going into the slasher straight, but they have no idea. They just keep going. That's who we are. Turn by turn, Nigeria Limited. Everybody's waiting for his own turn. And you have no idea when it is going to be. So let the oppressors be oppressed when it is. I mean, why is that even oppression? They say, stop shielding this terrorist, right? That's your job in the first place. So why are you kind of like crying everywhere? Now, the Ronukus are asking Thiefnubu to break up Nigeria. Yeah, they say they should break up. Oh dear, 2026 is going to be interesting, man. About whatever you do, sure you get, stay alive. You are going to need it. Thiefnubu and his gang, his foreign ministry, as well as Thiefnubu himself, put out 2 statements. The 2 statements are rubbish, but there's something that stands out. They both speak and they deliver this like respectfully. None of them fire back at America or want America not to try that nonsense with them, as you would expect for a truly independent country. Sure you get. They said the United States of America has made its statement on religious freedom. Nigeria has noted. We remain committed in our resolve to tackle the violent extremism that is fueled by special interest, special interest, who have helped drive such decay and division in countries across intersecting West African and Sahel regions. They are friends with France that has been milking the Sahel for donkey decades, right? And they are also in bed with, the narcotics, who are, it's mental, right? So we mourn all the victims of violent extremism and salute our armed forces as the blood. I don't think I should be reading that. Let's see Thiefnubu's own. Thiefnubu says, Nigeria stands firmly as a democracy governed by constitutional guarantees of religious liberty. So Kolu is saying religious freedom and tolerance have been a core tenet of our collective identity and shall always remain so. Nigeria opposes religious persecution and this the jargons. Because they are jargons. Here you get. You need to show walking. Everyone is tired of these killings. You should be too. You brought terrorism to Nigeria because you wanted to take power. APC, Egbekegbe brought terrorism to Nigeria. It has now blown, and the only way they could remain in power is to continue to feed the monster. They will develop different styles until they waste lives and waste your time, waste everybody, and destroy the place. So it is time for them to wrap it up. It is time for them to wrap it up. So Don't let anybody tell you any nonsense that you are reading on that social media. Here you get. They may be giving you all this conspiracy theory and the rest of that. The way these guys, the way they have been handling this security or insecurity in Nigeria has given room to all of that. The only way to disqualify any, what do you call it? To cancel any potency in Donald Trump's categorization or what have you, redesignation, is for you to go after the terrorists and show that you have no mercy for them. You do not. Every state governors funding terrorism in northern part of Nigeria in the name of security, arrest them. Yeah. Because that what they have done is that they have committed treason against the country. But if you can't do all of that and you keep thinking, you thought the problem will go away. They thought the problem will go away. My own is that you don't even need Donald Trump. You don't need America. You don't need any of these guys. Your country is being bled like this. These terrorists are moving down and down and down. A whole country like Nigeria could not close them in, but yet allow them to kind of spread enough that the government of Nigeria is trying to make laws to placate these terrorists by ceding lands to them. Nigeria will use their money to build ranches and give to terrorists. We don't get cows. Terrorists will be Al Qaeda and guns. These are the weapons they are, moving about with. But the wise Nigerian politicians want to build ranches for terrorists because they are telling their people that this is farmers' clashes. For long, Joe Biden came. They said that, it's a climate change. Climate change, you call. River change. So they said a lot of things until everything reached where it is right now. All you have to do is to be like, you know what? Enough. We have had enough. They have all the weapons. They have drones. They have choppers. They have fighter jets. They have Tucano jets. They could clear these guys out, but for political reason, they won't do it. And that is where the problem is. Hold them responsible. That's their job. So Thiefnubu, they said that America is planning a coup. Was the one planning coup to remove Thiefnubu. But here, for you to be reminded, right? Nigeria's unity is negotiable. Right? Those who know, they know.
Whoever says we want to go away, I don't think they realize the going away is not that you carve out a piece of land, take it up, and put it the other side of Ghana. The piece of land will be here, you will be here, everybody will be here. I was born in Nigeria, I was groomed in Nigeria, and I believe in Nigeria. People of my generation believe in Nigeria. We have no doubt about the fact that we have no option but Nigeria. However, I think a few of my colleagues believe that there's no such thing as the unity of Nigeria is not negotiable. Of course it is negotiable. Even the unity of a family is negotiable. Even the coexistence as a couple of a husband and wife is negotiable. The moment either party feels that this union is no longer bearable, that he or she would rather go his own way, you let them have the right to sit down, consider their condition, and after, and only after, very, very, very careful, rational examination of the pros and cons of going out of the marriage, that they take the decision which suits them best. It's not enough just to say, I don't feel comfortable where I am, so I'm going. Are you sure of where you are going? Are you sure of the consequence of where you're going? Do you really feel that the grass is greener on the other side? If you do, but sit down with your partner in respect, in mutual respect, in love if possible, but without demonizing your husband or your wife, because you will remain always the ex-so-so of the other person. But discuss quietly, in a dignified way, respectful way, so that even if you separate, in the future, you can interrelate with love and with respect. When whoever says, we want to go away, I don't think they realize the going away is not that you carve out a piece of land, take it up, and put it the other side of Ghana. The piece of land will be here, you will be here, everybody will be here. And we all want to prosper.
That is, in a nutshell, peaceful, mutual disengagement, national conversation, where everybody will come together, rediscuss the union, right? Or maybe discuss the union for the first time, decide if they want to remain together or some want to leave. But breaking up Nigeria, like he said, it's not like you are going to pack your bag, pack your land, and take it somewhere else. No, you're still going to share borders. So which means you still have to have mutual respect so that you can have trade relations and the rest of that, trade relationship and all that. That's why the advocacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which they have decided to weaponize propaganda against, is the same peaceful referendum. If the Igbos participate in the national conversation and their kind of united submission is that they want to leave, they should have the chance to discuss with other parts of Nigeria the modalities and everything of living peacefully without a shot being fired. Because Igbo land is not going anywhere. The Igbo country is not going anywhere. It's going to still share border with the rest of other countries without having to. But because there are vested interests that believes, and especially vested interest in Nigeria with their collaborators from abroad, in which they can easily sell off Nigeria, get their own pot or plate of porridge, and walk away and leave the country even worse off. So no one is coming to rob you, or no one is robbing you in that contraption today without the consent of those you are supposed to trust, right? To do what is right by you. But rather, they sold you off for whatever it is they could get from it. For 12 silver. 12 silvers. Adamu Garbage. That's Adamu Mugabe. He has something to say about this. And he actually really do try. So similar to all I said, but in his own words.
The United States designated Nigeria as a country of particular concern for the purpose of genocide against Christian population. This means that the US is now going to start official procedural proceedings against Nigeria in some strategic interests where Nigeria is a concern, especially in the area of weapons deployment, because they believe that some of the official weapons that is being supplied to Nigeria find its way into the hands of these terrorists that are committing such genocide. So an action is going to be taken against them. One of the sorts of concern with that designation is that the President of the United States, Donald Trump, is not just standing on the CPC designation. He is also requesting that the House Appropriation Committee chairman and some of the committee responsible, like Tom Riley, to sit down and come back and report to him. And he claims that he will not stand idle by to see fellow Christians are being killed in Nigeria. Most possibly, there is a program or a plan for the boots to be on the ground in order to help prevent the genocide. Most possibly, this is also one of the factors that they are likely going to consider. It means that the general failure of Nigerian leadership may lead to the U.S. boots on the ground in Nigerian soil. And this is very, very damaging to this country. So it means that there is a general vote of no confidence on the current leadership system of the country. They believe that there is a general failure of leadership to provide security of life and property, and that they must do something extra to be able to help in provision of this protection for the life and property of some of the citizens in Nigeria that they're concerned about, especially the Christians. And I believe that's what it's trying to do. So here is what I want to say. The Muslims in this country should not see this as a direct attack against them. Rather, it's a direct attack against the militant terrorist organization. So, and there should be no issue of anger pointed towards some Christian population simply because of this is happening, but rather there should be a general consensus and understanding between the citizens of Nigeria so that we should all understand that there is a failure of leadership in the country, especially the political leadership and the security leadership to provide the necessary protection that is required for a peaceful and prosperous society. And that is what led us to this problem. So the problem should be viewed from the lens of being generic, not from the lens of being religious division, that will lead to religious division between the Christians and the Muslims. And do not forget, the only interest group that went to the United States to present in the US Congress this concern are the Christian population. Possibly, if there is a Muslim population's delegation that also found their way to the Congress and expressed concern about the genocidal killings that takes place against Muslim population in Nigeria by the same terrorists, maybe that designation will have also happened. So we shouldn't tag it as one religion trying to confront the other, or Christians are trying to confront the Muslims in Nigeria. No, we should see it as the citizens that are supposed to be protected by the security and the leadership of the state that has failed, and that is why the US is trying to do that. And the US is likely doing that because only the Christian population went and reported the issue, to the Congress. Should the Muslim also go and report, they may likely be designated. So this should not instigate any religious differences in Nigeria, but rather it is something that all of us share, that there is a general failure of leadership, both in the political class, most especially the political class, then of course also the security, particularly the political class, because the political class are supposed to provide all the necessary resources for the security to function. But the political class has failed to provide these things. Focus on corruption and stealing. And that is why the security are failing, which is leading to the massive rise and general killings by the terrorists. So this should not instigate the citizens against one another. Rather, we know where the problem is. It's coming from the failure of the political class. Thank you.
Tell me, what are we producing and selling to other countries? Not even slippers. We eat the skin of our cows instead of turning them to beautiful bags and shoes. Eliminate that. It's a sign of poverty.
I think na statistic we go chop. A lie with arithmetic that no Indian can solve it.
So even a dead clock can be correct twice in a day. So Adamomo used his own platform there to remind everyone, while his own fellow Northerners, most of them are the closet jihadists, they were running amok on social media, trying to preach or trying to gaslight us by making it look like it's actually a bad thing for you to finally see a possible change, right, in this whole insecurity. Because everybody needs a break. Baba, I need a break. Oh. Let's be honest, though. Like, they have killed and killed and killed and killed people in that country that Nigerians no longer get so raging anymore. Like, yeah, man, you know what's happened today? So what's happened? What happened? Ah, man, skilu shele, what's happened? Ọ̀gbẹ́ni, wetin happen now? Tell us now. Abi ewo ni kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Ọ̀gbẹ́ni, talk. Wetin happen today? Wetin you see? 5 people killed in Adamawa by Fulani terrorists, and they kidnapped over 80 people. You will see how everybody will just like, oh, now that one you want to talk since where you call it talk say one big news. That one no be news now. That one no be news. That thing don't tire person, but shey you get. I say you get one news for us. Maybe say you won't tell me. That's what they have turned Nigerians into. And it is not just Nigerians inside Nigeria, because those ones will tell you they don't even know what is going on. How do you people know what is going on in this country? That some of us, how do you manage to know what is going on in Nigeria before us? You be like, I don't even know how to answer you. Like, I don't understand. You are living inside Nigeria. Like, you have no idea all of these things going on. But we know the year news. We know now another thing that they tell us, really. So they have damaged people's kind of like, I don't know what they call it for science, so, but it's a part of our brain that makes us emotional because we are humans. You hear some things and you just be like, damn, is that normal? And then you see politicians next time, everybody's kind of fine, like everything is fine. They will mobilize people, put uniform on them, t-shirt and all that. They'll be singing, dancing, like it's all right. And these are the people that they will hear that somebody, Joe Martins, gone down in Cincinnati, United States of America. You can't see them, they change their profile picture. So Joe Martins, they don't know him. But on TikTok, everybody is talking about Joe Martins, the way he died. I felt so bad. I felt so bad. I said, why? Why did you feel so bad? He said, Joe Martins died. Who is Joe Martins? I don't know. Then why are you crying? I don't know. I'm just emotional. But they don't kill so many people for Borono. I never see you emotional. I know, I don't know. I think I have, there are so many people like you like that. Say, we stand for Joe Martin. Joe Martin stand for human rights. Joe Martin is say, but Baba, show we're all right. This is Nigeria. Moral species, I have no idea. So some of us will get to hear the news here, right? We get so worried about our loved ones and we're like, what is going on? And then you call them. And they say, wow, Omoga, Nigerian. Nigerian say, like, scope. About nothing they happen, Jare, Lagos, we day. About now all this Sokoto, Zamfara, any person with the Lagos. So, you're not following all this. That one, if you get to Lagos, Jare, because to them, if Lagos, they okay. All the places will sort themselves until Lagos won't be okay. Then you have, maybe you want to run to Zamfara, but you now realize that Zamfara was gone 5 years ago. Sokoto followed, and the Guinea followed. I can say, where we will come run to now? Benin Republic. They chased our people from Ogun State, enter Pobe in Benin Republic. 3 women, pregnant women, delivered their babies en route when they are running away from terrorists. for a whole year, Ogun State government never even like acknowledges them, or you know what I mean? They pretended everything was fine under Bukwari. They turn you to statistics and all of that. Be aware. Stop pretending that because some of you want to also jump into a bus. I say, we go on law. Where you they go? I go Abuja. Say Abuja. You have a law where Kennedy Lishuku to Abuja. Okay, you get ransom money. God go. Then you find out on the way. Right? And you realize that more. This is not life. This is not a country. You can't post for social media. God's grace. We escape kidnappers. People, they do selfie. They say, we escaped kidnappers just a moment ago inside Nigeria. Like, it's all right. Since you have escaped, right? It's all right. So wait for another time. That's not right. Yeah? So Kalu changed his own, security chiefs a few days ago. And the last guy there, Christopher Musa, had his own passing out and all of that celebration. But first, what Kalu said during that ceremony, right? Tell me when you feel like, Mayegun, stop this video, Jaremo Oliver, then I'll stop it. Or you need to see part of this.
Of the House of Representatives, the Deputy Senate President, and the other members of the National Assembly here present, the state governors of Kwara State, Jigawa, Ogun, the Deputy Speaker, Senators, and House of Representative members, Honorable Ministers here present, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Chief of Staff, National Security Advisor, Service Chiefs, just decorated, congratulations. I once congratulate you on your appointment and subsequent confirmation by the Senate. As your Commander-in-Chief, I am impressed. Let me recognize and express this to the spouses, particularly the wives of newly decorated officers and members of their family, my deepest thanks and gratitude on behalf of this grateful nation that the security is improving. The sacrifices you make will not be in vain. Thank you for your dedication and commitment to giving peace and stability to these great officers while in service in the bush. Today's ceremony is beyond symbolism of swearing in. It marks the beginning of our renewed effort to ensure the peace and security of all Nigerians. A renewal one. Each of you has been carefully selected for this critical task. Security is the essential element without which everything else is rendered meaningless. There cannot be sufficient development of this fundamental aspect of human being unless we meet it. Our people and our nation must remain secure to enjoy the benefits of governance and democracy. The government's
nuisance leleyi.
Yeah, that's all I did. Just so for somebody to say, I don't want to see his face. But you're still going to be seeing his face, by the way. Yeah, until you won't see his face anymore. Just like that of Bukwari. So if the Nigerian opposition have the balls right now, they will grab it like the APC, Egbekegbe did, right? And get rid of Thiefnubu and his killing party, APC, Egbekegbe. Or some will laugh. So APC knows how to turn their own tragedy to Nigeria tragedy. According to them, if you don't like them, it simply means you don't like Nigeria, right? If you criticize them, it simply means you are not a patriotic Nigerian. You are always looking for bad news. You are always looking for good. I mean, why they are doing the bad thing. They are bringing the bad news. Here you get, they project. Whatever they accuse you of is what they are doing. I have been studying them for a while. I could have become a professor. Yeah. Just writing my thesis on, what do you call it? Yeah, I could get, I could have become like, get my PhD, right? I just writing my thesis on the attitudinal kind of like a frequency of the APC, from 2014 to 2024. I've been series 1, the Mashi series 2. If I write something in that sense, Baba, I feel become prof, right? Professor, because I know them very well. When they accuse you of something, just understand that they are already doing it. There's already a projection that maybe this is going to affect the Muslim ticket. And maybe Thiefnubu will try to placate the Christians by changing Shitty Man. Meanwhile, the jihadists in APC, Egbekegbe and those ones who were without, right? They are also telling Thiefnubu that if you try it, so how this is going to play out is to be seen. So the Ronukus have been trying to project or trying to kind of change the narrative of the alleged coup, aborted coup against Thiefnubu, right? They have been trying to link it to Donald Trump want to overthrow. They are planning coup in Nigeria. See, me, I'm not in support of any coup. Here you get. The only thing I know that will come out of coup, which I personally will support, is that it will just probably accelerate the breakup of Nigeria. I can tell you that. It's not popular anymore. You know, people will first celebrate it. To see the end of these criminal politicians, some of them will catch them on the street, will beat them. Here you get, some of their properties will be burned down. After everybody just realized that, wait. Where is the head of state again? Fulani Abi Kanuri Abi Hausa. They say, may they stay the Hausa land, but they Abuja and Hausa land. May they not come here. That's what will happen. I'm not a Nostradamus, but I'll tell you. It will accelerate the breakup of that contraption. If that should happen, right? There will be many parts of the country that will be like, ungoverned. Like Libya, right? So the guy that said we should build fence in order to fence off the terrorists in the Nigeria Republic, Chad, Cameroon, just fence Nigeria so that the terrorists won't come in. And those who are trapped in, then we just clear them, has been changed to someone else because there was a rumor of a coup to remove Thiefnubu. And I don't know, maybe they spared him. So he left. And there was this parting ceremony they did for him, okay? I want to share that going forward. Watch this.
This is what we do. Again. This is what we do. This is what we do. This is what we do. That's a great change. This is what we do. 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 That's a great change. This is what we do.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. In life, they say what has a beginning has an end.
Yes, sir.
But this is not the end. This is the end of. This is the beginning of another way.
Yes, sir.
Amen. I want to thank you all for all your support. Everybody has contributed to the success we have got. And I want all of you to hold yourself high and be proud of yourselves. I'm equally proud of all of you. Thank you, sir. Yes, I'm leaving the service after 39 years. I'm happy and I'm fulfilled. I thank God. I want to wish all of you a successful tour of duty in the armed forces of Nigeria. Please be proud of yourself, be proud of your commitment, be proud of your sacrifice. The sacrifice we are making, not many people understand what we go through. But God knows, and those that appreciate it appreciate us very well. The President particularly appreciates all the effort we are doing. So we'll continue to work together as a team. Even when we retire, we'll continue to support you. If there are issues that we can help, please let us know. We'll continue to extend that. I'll be in Abuja, Kaduna, and Jos. Those are my areas. So I want to thank you once again for all your support, all your contribution, all your prayers. Because prayers is critical. Extend my greetings to your family, to your spouses, whether husbands or wives, because again, they've also contributed to it. We'll continue to be together, we'll continue to succeed. God is with us. Nigeria is a great country. Don't ever allow anybody to make you think Nigeria is bad. It's not. We have a great country. It's just a matter of time things will work out well. So I want to wish you guys, every one of you, God's blessing, God's guidance, good health, long life, and prosperity. Thank you, and God bless you.
You won't need a car to travel. You won't need an aeroplane to travel. You will just say, I want to go to London. And you'll be in London. Whether you believe it or not, the time is coming when you won't need a car to travel.
We are a poor nation. The bank coal will follow. They say firewood not for. They say we need to plant more trees. And they are not giving us money. We need to open our eyes, try shining, and tell the West. If you don't guarantee our finances and work with us to stop this, we are not going to comply with your climate change. They'll do it.
They'll do it. Kolu. So the new service chiefs, they have one mandate, an impression to give, especially some of us who are like their critics. Because I am not blind, right? I can make my breaking news and tell you that Thiefnubu and this gang have arrested 1,000 terrorists because I have the evidence now. Or Thiefnubu and his gang have built this, or they are building this special Guantanamo Bay prison inside the Sambisa forest, the ground zero. And that is where they're going to execute all those terrorist cuts. So those who are going to run away should begin to run, because they have already caught some of their leaders, and you will see them like this, cut them. And they will be grateful that they are even like killed than to be caught, to be caught alive. People like me will say it now, say, Arewa, they are doing it too, because you can't hide something that ordinarily affects human lives. This one that they are killing everyone, right? If that killing stops, Thiefnubu doesn't need anybody's kind of endorsement or whatever. People themselves, you will know, even his critics will know, everybody will know that we used to see something like this. So when APC came, they normalized us seeing terrorists, cutting people's heads off, shooting them at close range, executing them, capturing women, children, displaying them, capturing Nigerians, torturing them on camera. They made all of that normal to us. And I don't know how many of you will remember the first video of the Chibok girls. They kidnapped them, right? About Chibok girls, when the news was like Chibok girls. The first video where Alhaji Shekau presented all these girls, over 200 of them. Shock, gather everybody. They say, what? So it's real. How did he manage to get all those girls? You remember that video? It's one of the most viewed videos of terrorists in the world. The Chibok girls. when they dress all those kids were in their school uniforms, right? Those purple dress, right? And the hijab. They put hijab on all of them. Even people will like Jonathan that time, leave our court. Like, man, this one don't make sense. How did this even happen? But today, we see videos of people mass kidnappings, people being tortured, people being shot by terrorists, making videos, posting them online. And people just look at them and just gasp. Hey. Move it, remove that. I don't like that. People now got used to it. They are no longer angry. They're no longer upset anymore. They're like, get used to it. Unnumb everybody. If me can't they talk about this, you go can't they hear somebody go say, "Oh, Benny, your own self too much, Jare. Here you now from Bondo, you come me." Yes, people have told me that. And this my own self, you own too much. Or Benny, the way you they talk, people go think say you now from Borno you come from. Or Benny, go mind your own business, Jare. That's how people have told me. Because to them, I'm bothering them with too much of this. You get? All these killings and all of that, yeah. So so I'm boring them. Because that's what APC, that's what they did. They made it more like, don't talk about it. And if you are talking about it, you have to talk about it respectfully. Here you get. So if it takes America to bring their attention to it, you should embrace it. Because it's a win-win for you. The terrorists can begin to find no haven in that contraption, in your local government, in your village, your community, and all these places are their targets. They are all over your forest, armed to the teeth. Yeah? So Nigerian government can sweep them out. These are terrorists, whether they are Kanuri, whether they are Hausa, whether they are Fulani, whether they are Yoruba, whether they are Igbo, whether they are anything, right? If they are terrorists, it is the job of government to protect all of us. But because the government is the terrorist, they are the ones harming those who are causing all of this and protecting some while they are shielding others as well. And they continue to give you the false hope that they are working to. I mean, come on. I'm going to leave that one for a second. There's a woman that is trying to tell everybody that the problem around 2026, so that there's going to be a problem. And in our own view, this is why. Some of you are not paying attention. Yes, so 2026 is like as you are preparing, you should also know that there is going to be wahala. Because, madam.
See, I want to do this video as a contribution. As all of us keep quiet, January goes soon come. All of us suppose they put mouth for this matter. For abroad, when people they pay tax, then they give them free health care. Then they give them free education. Now, this thief government, Tumpulu government, they want to start collecting my hard-earned money. I entered my house by 11 yesterday. As I did hold up. Now 11 o'clock, I go hustle. Now 11 now I enter house. By January now, these wicked people will come, say they will collect 20%, and be how many percent as tax. And all of us keep quiet. I swear, if they collect this my money while they sweat every day, and they don't do roads, and they don't do bring up policy, we go give us free health. In short, not only God, now go punish.
I mean, she made a lot of sense, right? Because according to her, all over the world where people pay taxes that they are trying to make normal now, right? They get to see the benefits. So as they are telling everybody that you are going to pay more taxes, so and some of you will not pay, but some of you will pay more, and the blah. If they should take our money and they no do road, they no bring policy that will help our life, there is going to be a problem. That's what she said. And that's what you should be thinking too. I mean, for the first time in a long time, if they are preaching that you need to pay taxes, which is your right, your civic responsibility, here you get now. As long as you are earning income based on this tax thresholds, right? It is also your responsibility, you're right, to demand accountability. These are the guys who they don't have any fiber of accountability in them. So it's going to be a little bit hard for youths also who have been so docile, even though you have been paying taxes, they've been squeezing you all left, right, and center, and undefined taxes. So this time they want you to be interested in it, which is good. So you should be more than just interested. You should be demanding accountability. So that too is something to look forward to, I bet you, right? Now, here is the PDP. They are pretty much in trouble right now, okay? So the National Convention they want to do in Ibadan, so they had to cancel it because there's a court judgment, high court judgment that said they shouldn't do it. So, and they believe that it's with the weakest faction doing that. So what did they do? They announced the sack of these men. These are with the weakest men, by the way. The guy, Nwanyanwu, that's the first one. Nwanyanwu is the national secretary. The one on the far right, here you get the one next to my cap. So then you have Kamaldeen Ajibade, national legal advisor. That's the one that is next to it. So yeah, to him rather. So the one, and that's the one with the red Yoruba hat like that, right? So the one with the red cap, okay, I'm sorry, the black cap rather. That one is Umar Bature, National Organizing Secretary, PDP. So you see that one that is in red on the red cap, that Igbo shifting cap like that, So that one is Okechukwu Onoha, Deputy National Legal Advisor of PDP. So they believe that these men are with the weakest men. So, and they are those who are making it impossible for PDP to organize their own convention so that they could choose their own leaders for the next 4 years. So they couldn't take it anymore. Okay, so they announced their suspension from the party for anti-party. That something happened after that. Have you liked the broadcast yet? I just want to remind you, okay? So please like the broadcast if you haven't already. Just and then watch this.
You will recall that on August 8, 2025, the party issued a reprimand to members over anti-party activities of NSF. And so, from then to now, the party revealed that there were some members, or many members of the party, and they ended up guilty some decisions today. For all of those anti-party activities that are contained in the constitution of the party, and so those again were reviewed, vis-a-vis the activity of those individuals that we mentioned shortly. So, what we have identified, majorly as part of constituting the offenses under the Constitution Act, anybody who commits any breach of the party's constitution and of manifesto, and says or does anything provided in the Constitution under Section 58, any member who says or does anything likely to bring the party into disrepute, hatred, or contempt, disobeys or neglects to carry out lawful directives of the party or any organ or officer of the party. And again, which is important, engages in any conduct likely to cause disaffection among members of the party, or is likely to disrupt the peaceful, lawful, and efficient conduct of the business of the party. So at the end of this, we consider this with other actions in line with the constitution of the party and came to the following decision. Number one, the National Legal Advisor, Kamal Atuari SN, suspended for 30 days and is referred to the National Disciplinary Committee of the party. Number two, the Deputy National Legal Advisor, Barrister Okechukwu Usoha, was suspended for 30 days in line with the Constitution and referred to the National Disciplinary Committee as may be necessary. During the period of suspension, they cease to function in their respective capacities. Second, the National Organizing Secretary, Honorable Omar Bature, suspended for 1 month and referred to the National Disciplinary Committee. Third, the National Secretary, Senator Samuel Anyang, suspended for 1 month and referred to the National Disciplinary Committee. With the case of the National Secretary pursuant to Section 36(2) of the Constitution, as amended in 2017, the Deputy National Secretary, Honorable Architect Sitendo Sitonji Koshedo, shall act as the National Secretary. And in the case of the legal advisor, the National Legal Advisor, and the Deputy Legal Advisor, the National Director of Legal Services has been empowered and directed to oversee the activity of the department during the period of suspension. I thank you very much for coming and we appreciate your time. Thank you.
Continue. 70 years old man. He got you.
Jesus is Lord. So, in return, these men have now announced the suspension of Damagon, the guy that announced their own suspension, National Vice Chairman and the rest, they have now suspended. So it's like suspension, counter suspension right now. Coup, counter coup. Bokwari said, coup, counter coup. He said, Bokwari, please, could you please tell us about yourself? And this is a little digression, okay? I'm coming back to, what do you call it, to PDP. So they asked Bokwari, they said, could you please, Mr. President, could you please tell us about yourself, Nigerians, about yourself? Some said Bokwari is a military, it's a soldier, it says this or that. So Bokwari was now talking about himself. He said, I was born in Daura. From Daura, the Nigerian Army. From Nigerian Army, then we have the coup counter coup. And I was like, what the heck is he talking about? Yeah. But anyway, PDP currently is suffering from a suspension, counter suspension. So we can practically say PDP has no official right now. It's like two factions. This one suspended this. This one suspended this. Suspension, cancel suspension. So right now, PDP has no official. So they would have to continue that battle. After they finally probably push one, because they will need to push their names through INEC, Thiefnubu's INEC. And once INEC says, we recognize this faction, it's game over. That is where the PDP is headed as we speak. And everything is working in the interest of a Ekolu. That's why some are saying that to get yourself out of this mess, it's likely not going to be through elections. Yeah. It's likely not going to be through elections. Because those you likely want to replace them with are also the internally displaced politicians, IDPs. Yeah. Who are also contributory to, or partly contributory to what you are facing. So it's like from frying pan to fire. I don't know. So the only thing is to get the entire establishment, the entire system cancelled and start again. I know. They're like, how are we going to do that then? It will not be everything person go to use mouth talk like that. This is public. Even Kalu will tell you that with the way things work in social media now.
I don't read social media anymore. They abuse hell out of me. If I read it, I get high blood pressure. I get angry. I don't read it. So, if I want to hear anything, my children or any of my workers will tell me, this one say this one. If I'm tired, I say, please, forget it.
Forget it. Yeah. And my children, one of the children is Sheyi. The ones that probably will read it and say, this one said, I said, forget it. He was spotted with someone who was in that one was actually calling Sheyi Thiefnubu president, I think, or Abi Ujumini.
He's coming to change Nigeria, yes. To bring the glory of Nigeria. Yes. We appreciate all his efforts. Yes. This is the best president so far. Yes. We are very proud of him. We are very proud of him. He has changed our story. See the years here. You know the day when we get here. And see on Monday we get out the way we
Yeah, that's the song. When my children read it. And crazy things they happen, right? There is a candidate, a governorship candidate in Anambra. I don't know his name, okay? So he's one of the governorship candidates in Anambra, and they said he's the nigger, something like that. So, quite funny.
I've just seen one of your posters where you say, rise with the nigger. Who is the nigger?
Yes.
Are you the nigger? What does that mean?
I am a nigger.
What does that mean? Chief, I've just seen one of your.
He just came back from the US. So the two of them are running for the position, for the post of a governor and deputy governor. So, also Chief Ezechukwu Wike for governor Anambra and LV Sobi for deputy governor. They are running under the party called Action Alliance, AA. Rise with the nigger. There's nothing you won't see in that contraption, by the way. So, yeah. Let's leave that. And give me a cycle. So the next thing right here is the story. In fact, I actually needed to share with us the other part of the opposition, because it's not just PDP, they have the coalition guys too. So Bolaji Abdullahi, who is the spokesperson for the coalitionists, right? He was on Daily Trust, their media part, yesterday, right? And he had this to say. Let's add it to the convo.
Can the president honestly justify releasing 51 drug dealers in one fell swoop, or even if it's incremental? Don't forget, number one, the NDLEA, the men and women who fight tooth and nail to arrest these drug dealers and obtain conviction, sometimes at the risk to their lives. And after conviction, these drug dealers were supposed to spend life imprisonment, sometimes many, many years in prison. Then after 2 years, what happened? You release them. So what happened to the witnesses that testified against them? What happened to these officers that actually stood against them in court when you release them after 2 years? Then what was the president? Don't forget what Bayo Ononuga told us when the first list was released, that some of them have repented of their offenses, they've been of good behavior. As a matter of fact, some of them have actually learned some trade. Come on.
But there's nothing peculiar about Nigeria in this particular area. I mean, the whole idea of prerogative of mercy is a global accepted practice.
Based on defined principles. And what is the fundamental principle? What social value will it bring to the society? What value will it bring to the society? If we will release this person, most countries where they exercise, all countries have it in one form or the other. For most countries, the fundamental is number one, have there been miscarriage of justice in one way or the other that we want to use the prerogative of mercy to correct? For example, if you have kept someone on a waiting trial for 20 years, right? then the person eventually got convicted, right? The president could use the prerogative of mercy to release such individual having spent 20 years awaiting trial, right? So has there been miscarriage of justice? Is there any benefit that releasing this individual could bring to the society? Or is there anything you're trying to correct, or has this person served in any outstanding way? For example, someone in prison, while in prison, got a PhD, or then you could say, okay, you release this person. So what social dividend did Nigeria stand to get from government releasing a drug dealer back into the society, a convicted drug dealer?
But as the case is, a lot of the people on that list applied for the prerogative of mercy, as we have come to understand. And there's a committee that stood and attended to the applications and felt, listen, they've met the necessary requirements. I mean, there's a step-by-step process. Much of it didn't come from the government side.
No, but the point is this, only one person has the power to exercise it belongs to, that power belongs to only one person in this country. That's the President of the Federal Republic of.
So Thiefnubu has now decided to review his own prerogative of mercy and reversed himself on him. So they now told us now that the people they released are no longer released, especially those ones that are serving life sentences, drug baron and murderers, that they have commuted their life sentences to maybe 20 years or something. That's what they say they are doing right now. So he reversed himself according to Onofunuga. Not that I actually believe it, because some of them are still back on the streets. It is going to be Bright Edafe. He loves to call himself SP. Bright Edafe just made a big catch in the field of this narcotic smuggling. Yes, in Nigeria, a whole boss.
I am SP Edafe Bright, and this is Delta State Police Command. We've always had issues when it comes to covering of plate numbers and tinted vehicles. The reason is because there are persons who, in the guise of covering their plate number and using tinted vehicle, commit different forms of crime. Today, we have a classic example, and it's very important to bring it out for our audience to see and to know why we actually have our differences when it comes to cover plate number. This, for instance, this driver was intercepted at toll gate here in Asaba. Bearing this is a special number from Delta State government, where this will also be investigated. Upon sighting him, he actually did not wait for the police, but the police went after him for about, after some minutes, they caught up with him at Mami Market. The first thing that arouses the suspicion of the policemen is the cover plate number. Then you will now see that the car is darkly tinted all round. You cannot see anything inside this Oma bus. You wouldn't know what they are carrying, whether they are carrying arms, guns, or human head. You wouldn't know. Look at the front as well. It's also covered. The plate number is also covered. You look at it. One would wonder why he covered his plate number. I will ask him this question, and you all will also witness and notice why the number is covered, because he's going to tell us. Just look at the vehicle, darkly tinted. You'll be shocked and amazed when we open this vehicle and find out the contents of this vehicle. They are carrying drugs. Please come and show. Drugs in large quantity. Controlled drugs, which includes codeine, tramadol, and other kind of drugs. Now, it will take a lot to open up everything that we are seeing, but we'll just bring out a bag to sample. Now, these are CSC codeine. These are CSC codeine. If you come and take a look, just look at, it's the same thing that we're having here. The same thing we're having here. We have the same thing. We have also tramadol tablets that are also here. Just look at the vehicle loaded with drugs. No wonder it is fully darkly tinted. My oga, wetin be your name?
My name na Ugochukwu.
Ugochukwu, please go back. Ugochukwu, how old are you?
I'm 46 years.
46. Okay. This vehicle, we noticed that the plate number was covered. Can you just tell us why you covered the plate number?
I cover it because I don't want anybody to know what I'm carrying.
Okay, you don't want anybody to know what you are carrying. Yes. What has the cover plate number got to do with what you are carrying?
For not people to know what I'm carrying, and that's why I cover it.
Oh, okay. Is it that you imagine that once your number is covered, policemen will not stop you? I think that why?
No, they used to stop.
So how does the number you covered? How can it affect what you are carrying? How come you think that police will not know what you are carrying because you are carrying?
No, because number one, some of my enemies, I don't want them to know
the kind of business you are in.
No, the time I will pass, the time I will not pass.
Okay, your enemies. Okay, that idea just came to you now. It's good. This business now, between you and your God, how long have you been into this business of carrying drugs for people? Or are they your drugs?
I know.
Okay, what are you going to do with these drugs?
They are the people's own now. My own is just to convey to them.
Okay, how long have you been conveying drugs like this?
I started last year, but not always.
Okay. Are you aware of the danger of these drugs, abusing of these drugs, particularly codeine? Are you aware what it does to our youth? Okay, for instance, do you have children?
Yes, sir.
How many children do you have?
I have 5 children.
How old are they? How old is the eldest?
The eldest is 20 years.
20 years. If you not discover that he's into codeine, taking codeine for the fun of it, how will you feel? Or maybe he goes to a psychiatric home, God forbid bad thing, and they say it is because he has been abusing codeine. How would that make you feel?
I will not feel good.
All right. So we've heard from him. This is not to embarrass anybody, but it's very important for you to see why this could have been arms. It could have been something even worse than drugs. That's the reason why the regulation of tinted vehicles is very, very important, and also covered plate number, because the belief is that he is likely going to evade security scrutiny because he's carrying covered plate number, and also it will be difficult to see through the glass of the vehicle what he's carrying. That's why the vehicle is darkly tinted. This is Delta.
Yes. SP Bright Edafe. Well done. Good job. All right. Just hope that when they finally get convicted of their drug dealing, call is not your precedent then, because that you call the class drugs and all of that, they won't be classed after all. No, they won't. And it is not just the youth that are drinking this codeine and some of these harmful drugs that gets them loco or go shoko. There is a man called Rashidi Dangbana. Rashidi Dangbana is the guy that returned from Canada, and they made him the Oluwo of Iwo in Osun State. When he became the Oluwo, a Yoruba traditional royal title, he turned it into a Fulani title, and he changed it to Emir of Iwo, and it's been controversial since then. I have no idea if this person is also supplying him the codeine or something harder, or Asha. Rashidi Dangbana found his way to the Saudi Arabia kingdom or the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Dangbana is asking for the Saudi Arabia to give him the support, the army, the finance, to go back to Yoruba land and clear out all the non-Muslims, the Kafiris. I have seen the video. I've been trying to see if this is a doctored video, but it is not. Or maybe the interpreter didn't hear Rashidi Dangbana very well. But yeah, Rashidi is speaking in Yoruba. His interpreter is interpreting in Arabic to his hosts. But a Yoruba Oba in Saudi Arabia is asking for the Saudi Arabia support, right? To go back to Yoruba land and clear out the non-Muslims. You hear it on this platform first. Watch this.
láti gbógun ti òrìṣà bíbọ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. الواحد يريد أن يحارب الشرك في بلاد يوروبا. ó lágbára púpọ̀. أمر صعب جدا. nítorí gbogbo àwọn ọba tí a wà nílẹ̀ táwọn náà wà ní tí wọ́n mọ̀ ní ọba gbọ́dọ̀ bọ òrìṣà. لأن جميع ملوك بلاد يوروبا يهتمون بالشرك. even gan àwọn tó jẹ́ mùsùlùmí nínú wọn wọn gbàgbọ́ pé ọba ò gbọ́dọ̀ mọ bọ òrìṣà. حتى المسلمون من الملوك هم يهتمون بالشرك أيضا. so wàhálà gidi ni. وهذا أمر صعب جدا. àmọ́ dúró. لكن وفقه الله للقيام بهذا الأمر. wọ́n sì gbógun tì mí. حاربوه بكل أنواع المحاربة لكن وفقه الله للقيام بهذا الأمر. torí tó dùn mí jù ní pé mo rò páwọn tó jẹ́ mùsùlùmí láàrin wọn gan wọ́n tiẹ̀ tó gbà ní ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n gbà pé èèyàn gbọ́dọ̀ sin Ọlọ́run kó sì tún bọ òrìṣà. وكان يظن بأن المسلمين من الملوك كان ينبغي أن يعترفوا بعدم الإشراك بالله سبحانه وتعالى. وأنهم كما يؤمنون بالله يرون أنهم لا بد أن يقوموا بالشرك. ṣùgbọ́n mi nírọ̀lẹ́ kẹwàá owó oko tí mo jà. má nǹkan tí wọ́n ti sọ ó ti pọ̀ àwọn dókítà ti sọ̀rọ̀ dáadáa. وقد تكلم الناس كثيرا. níbí báyìí. mo fẹ́ jẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ bí ìbò ṣe jẹ́. هو يريد أن تعرفوا كيف طبيعة مدينة Ìwó. Ìwó tó jẹ́ pé Ọlọ́run fi mí jọba lé lórí. مدينة Ìwó التي وفقه الله ليكون ملكا عليها. mo fẹ́ jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn wọlé nítorí wọ́n ń sọ̀rọ̀. ẹ kì í máa sọ̀rọ̀ ká ẹsẹ̀ tù díẹ̀. wá yorí bí a ní yóò sì tẹ̀ náà sẹ́ta. هذا السلام جزاكم الله خير. نعم. جماعة السلام عليكم. صلوا على النبي المصطفى. ويصلي على النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. ibi tí mo jọba lé lórí the place where I'm the king. يقول بأن المكان الذي وفق ليكون ملكا عليها is a very ancient kingdom. wọ́n ní ọba tó ní tùmọ̀ ní àbújá. ọba tí الملك الذي المكان الذي tó ti pẹ́ ancient ó ti pẹ́ púpọ̀. ipò tó ga dé ilé arábìlẹ̀ yẹn sùn. المكان الذي وفق وكان ملكا عليه هو من الأماكن القديمة. ó jẹ́ ibi tó jórísun àwa tá a jẹ́ Yorùbá. وكان أصل من أصول Yorùbá. tá a máa ní Yorùbá gangan Yorùbá tí gbogbo Yorùbá ń lò òun ni Yorùbá ti wá. وإذا يريد الإنسان أن يتكلم عن àwa dẹ̀ lórí sùn bẹ̀. وأصل اليوربا الذي نتكلم به هو الأصل الذي نتكلم به.
Ìmọ̀ Ọlọ́run wá ṣoore fún wa tó jẹ́ pé ọba ló gba Islam. Ọlọ́run wá ṣoore fún wa nílùú Ìwó tó jẹ́ pé ní 16th century ọba ló tún gba Islam.
ولقد وفق الله مدينة إيوو وفي القرن السادس عشر الميلادي يعني أسلم ملك مدينة إيوو دخل في الإسلام.
ṣùgbọ́n láti gbà yẹn
ومنذ ذلك الوقت
Islam wá ń lọlẹ̀ níbẹ̀.
تراجع وجود الإسلام في هذا.
Nígbà tó di 19th century 300 years after.
وفي القرن التاسع عشر أيضا.
ọba kan tó dé òun náà tún gbé Islam
جاء
jáde.
ملك آخر وجاء معه المال
ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tẹ́mi dé
لكن لما جاء يعني جلته.
kì í ṣe pé mo gbé Islam ga nìkan.
ليس بأنه أعلى شأن الإسلام فقط.
gbogbo òrìṣà pátá ni mo parẹ́.
بل هو حارب جميع الأوثان.
kì í ṣe pé parẹ́ ni mo ń fi wọn lẹ́gba tí mò ń nà wọ́n.
بل هو يعني يقاتل.
mo sì gbé pẹ̀lú àṣẹ Ọlọ́run ọba.
ويقاتل هذه الأوثان والأصنام.
Insha Allah.
نعم.
tí ò sí agbára mi.
ولا يخاف أحد إلى الله.
nígbà tí mo wá sí Saudi hajj ni mo ní mo wá ṣe.
يعني قصده في يعني قدوم بلاد الحرمين هو قصده هو أن يأتي للحج.
mo kàn ní mo ẹjẹ́ ń ṣàsanwó hajj kí n máa bọ̀.
يعني هو فقط دفع.
kémi náà lọ wọ hajj kí n lọ wọ Mẹ́kà wò.
يريد أن يشوف أن ينظر
ṣùgbọ́n tí mo rí lélẹ́yìn.
لكن ما يراه الآن.
ó fún mi ní agbára.
هو يعني أعطاه يعني قوة يعني قوة مضاعفة.
ẹgbẹ́ wọn ọ̀dá wà o.
نعم أنه ليس لوحده.
nítorí mo rò pé mi lè kọ́ ìbálà láti.
ọ̀rọ̀ tó sọ yìí ọ̀ ń ṣeré ni àbọ̀ ń ṣe èrè.
láòdù tó ń fà máa òkúta tó wà ń bẹ̀ máa yọ kúrò ń bẹ̀ máa sàbí gbàtà bá ń sa ẹ̀wà.
Rashidi Dangbana, that is a Yoruba king that said he traveled to Saudi Arabia for lesser Hajj or for Hajj. And he just used the opportunity to tell the people who are hosting him that he's been fighting the traditionalists. He said he is not just promoting and spreading Islam in Iwo. He has been flogging, he has been dealing with all these traditionalists. He's begging them to help him, right? Wipe off all these traditionalists in Yoruba land. Yorubas are traditionalists, for God's sake. But a bastard has been crowned from a remotest part of Yoruba land. And it didn't take long before he took it to... I mean, there's something about social media as well. When I was younger, Olushola Saraki, who is kind of like a big politician from Kwara, okay? He's also a great philanthropist from Kwara. He was I think he was the Senate president of the Second Republic of something, I remember, right? This Saraki's father, Olushola Saraki, right? So he was getting his funding from Saudi Arabia, some of these, Arabian Peninsula countries, because he kept going back to them that Islam is in danger in Nigeria. There are many, many like that too. They go to Saudi, they speak to all these guys. They talk all kind of nonsense. What they are looking for is money. But you see, social media brings it to you in the way that you can be like, is this even real? It is. That's how miserable those who are parading themselves as leaders. They don't believe in the contraption. They don't believe in the tradition that they even represent for those ones who represent tradition. They don't believe in the country for those who represent government. So it is like, these are a bunch of criminals that, Baba, in, when was that time that Qatar, was it Qatar that hosted World Cup? This last World Cup, was it Qatar? Or maybe the one before this last one, right? So countries were bidding. South Africa, Qatar, US, all of them were bidding. So Qatar now decided to go and negotiate with all these countries so that they can step down. They said they should ask for whatever they wanted. France also wanted to host it. So France now said they will step down. But when France stepped down, Qatar, as rich as Qatar is, right? France walked away for stepping down and say, okay, you know what? We'll leave it for you, Qatar. You want it so bad. They said, we wanted it. We needed it so bad. What do you want to step down for us? France walked away with 22 billion euro worth of deal. That's how much they took away from Qatar. Yeah. Qatar even bought a football club in France. One of the big clubs in France. Qatar bought it. As part of the deal, Qatar renovated facilities, sport facilities, and the rest of that, gave contract. Qatar bought, you know, say France, they produce Airbus, I think. Is it Airbus, right? They produce their own plane, like in France. Qatar ordered 50 jumbo jets from France manufacturers for their Qatar Airways as part of the deal that France said, okay, Qatar, okay, we'll step down for you. Other countries demanded for development of their sporting facilities in their country. Do you know what Nigerians demanded for? $900,000. And that $900,000, it wasn't like they gave it to them directly. For Nigeria to vote for Qatar and say they won't be part of the World Cup bid. Amos Adamu, you remember him? Amos Adamu is the FIFA voting kind of like guy in Nigeria. Some countries walk away with $1 billion, $2 billion. Now France cash out most, right? But others like, you know, $200 million, $800 million. Now the money where they package to bribe CAF. And the share that touched Nigeria representative and Amos Adamu, $960,000. And they voted for Qatar to host World Cup. These miserable people. There's nothing they can do for money. Especially when they have to kind of go and talk about the same people they are representing. Oh. That's why Thiefnubu goes about with Bambi Allah Bowl. Everywhere he goes, it's like Bambi Allah, Algeria, Bambi Allah. People are asking that, come, what do you think we can do in Nigeria? Easy in, easy out. That's Thiefnubu talking to them. Nigeria is ready for business. Bring your money, easy in, easy out. That is his own selling skill. After that, boy, can I talk to you off camera? Say, it's all right. What do you want? We have malaria. We have malaria in Nigeria. Children are dying of malaria. If you borrow us money, we'll take and buy malaria drug. Go pay back on a loan. Then the next thing they rush to the media and say, oh, Brazil, Keneko has approved $250 million for primary health care and information dissemination. They shall form a name. And loan, Bambiala everywhere. Bambiala. You get money. Anything for us? Then they turn loans to investors. To investment loans. Call you at this gang. So that's what they do. They go outside Nigeria. They will lick the ass. They are ready for anything. Just give them money. And America will go back and print the money. Paper money. And they are willing to part with their crude oil. They are willing to part with their lands. This one is in Saudi Arabia asking for which support. They should give him gun. He should put together his own militia group. A Yoruba king, right, is ready to kill the fellow Yorubas because they are traditionalists. Make that make sense. I want you to hear the other parts because you need to hear the whole thing. Watch this.
nítorí mo rò pé mi nìkan mo dábàá. كان يظن أنه يعني يحارب الأوثان لوحده. wọ́n gbógun tì mí o. هو محارب يعني من كل مكان. wọ́n á máa sọ fún ìjọba pírẹsidẹ́ǹtì pé àníṣe kìí ṣe èèyàn gidi. ناس يعني يبلغون النظام في الدولة اللي يريدون أن يعزلوه. Mo sì dá wà náà ni. Yàrá náà sọ wà ìdá. Àfàwọn dókítà yìí
لكن هو يرى وراءه هم الذين يراهم معه دائما هو فقط المستهدف هو نعم
Even gan àwọn tó jẹ́ mùsùlùmí mi gan sọ pé tí ọ̀rọ̀ òsàlẹ̀ máa sọ nǹkan kan máa sáà sí ti.
بقية الملوك وحواشيهم وجميع الناس يحذرونه أن يترك هذا الشيء إذا يستريح وينعم بحياته لا يقبل لهم.
Wọ́n sẹ́ẹ̀tì mi pẹ̀lú obìnrin gbogbo ẹ̀ wọ́n fẹ́ yàwó wá fún mi lé wọ́n sẹ́ẹ̀tì.
أضراه بالنساء وبالمال لكي يرجع.
Wọ́n poison mi.
حتى صمموه.
wọ́n tún sanwó Canadian ni mi. Canadian citizen.
هو كان عنده الجنسية الكندية.
Mà ní Canada wọ́n tún sanwó ẹ̀mí mi pé kí n pa mí.
حتى دفع لمن يقتله في كندا.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ṣùgbọ́n ẹni tí wọ́n rọ́ pa mí, ẹni tí mo ti ṣàánú fún ní ọdún 12 sẹ́yìn.
لكن من توفيق الله سبحانه وتعالى الذي يتزعم
الارتياح. Ọ̀dà màmá ṣùgbọ́n bó ṣe rí mi báyìí.
سبق أن قد ساعده.
Ẹni tí a sanwó fún.
الذي دفع له لاغتياله كان صاحب الجلالة قد ساعده وقد أنعم عليه بأشياء
كثيرة. 2019 يعني قوامي.
يعني في عام
2007 اللي بيتي لو.
وقد سبق أن ساعده في
2007 يعني تكبير. تكبير. تكبير.
الله يعني يعتقد أن الله واحد.
Ẹdúró tọ́lọ́run.
Ó yóò bí an yàtàkì
ogun tí mo ti gbà ó yẹ kí n máa gbọ́ mo ń sọ fún báyìí ṣùgbọ́n ilé
ìdọ̀míru yàtì.
Mo mọ ogun tí mo gbà.
Bìṣí tẹ̀tí máa kọ̀ tí wá yẹn ní máa wájà wà áànà.
Wọ́pọ̀. Màlé ní mo rí pé mo ti láwọn ọmọ ìyá.
هو الآن كأنه دخل هو يرى أنه يعني في عهد جديد.
Mo ti láwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n.
لأن وراءه.
Mo ti láwọn àbúrò.
وراءه إخوة.
Mo ti láwọn ìyá, mo ti ní ìyá, mo ti ní bàbá.
وراءه يعني.
Ní ìlú Saudi Arabia.
وكل شيء في هذا البلاد.
Láti bí. Ní Hausa ti wá ìdílé kẹfẹ́. Láwùláwà láàkó wọ́tà.
هو يؤمن بهذه الكلمة. أنه لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله.
Ẹ ṣe púpọ̀ gan. Wọ́n wá fẹ́ bẹ̀ yín ìlú Ìwó mọ́sálásí tó jẹ́ pé àkọ́kọ́ ni kìí ṣe nílẹ̀ Yorùbá nìkan o. Ní Nàìjíríà. Mọ́sálásí ọ̀hún ojú tì ní o.
قال في الجامع الكبير هو أول جوامع في قبلة يوروبا.
Mọ́sálásí àkọ́kọ́ ní Nàìjíríà kìí ṣe ilẹ̀ Yorùbá nìkan.
هذا الجامع الآن مما يندلع التكييف.
Ìmọ̀ ojú tì ní mọ́sálásí ọ̀hún.
المن يعني يندلع.
Wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ pé bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́sálásí tọ́ílẹ̀tì ni yóò pè.
سبحان الله يعني هذا الجامع اليوم لمن يراه كأنه يعني منافع أو يعني.
Nítorí pé wọ́n dojúlé lù.
لأن المدينة مستهدفة لإسلامه هو.
Wọ́n máa sọ ìlú ńlá wọn sọ náà bẹ̀.
حتى الطرق المؤدية إلى هذه المدينة مهملة.
Èmi gan nígbà mo jọba ni mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní lọ fi cement.
لما تولى.
Mo bọ́ sí ojú títì tí mo fi cement.
لما تولى يعني هذا المنصب هو بنفسه.
Ìlú ńlá ni o.
ذهب إلى هذه الطرق يعني يصلحها.
Ọba 35 ni mo ní lábẹ́ mi. Kingdoms tí mo ní lábẹ́ mi.
منعوم من ذلك يعني.
Kingdoms tí mo ní lábẹ́ mi. Kingdoms.
الممالك التي تحت يعني.
Èmi ń fi ìyá mo ní agbára láti.
25 مملكة.
35.
35 مملكة.
Ìjọba tó wà lábẹ́.
أكثر من 35 مملكة تحت.
Ẹgbẹ́ mi mo sọ wọ́n lọ.
هو الذي يزوجهم وينصبهم ويديرهم.
Èmi ṣe ọba tí èkó gbé sókè.
ليس يعني هو ملكه وعرشه.
Mo ti jọba èkó tó dé.
وهذا العرش كان موجودا قبل الاستعمار.
Màmá dójúlé lu yẹn.
لكن المدينة
Nítorí
مستهدفة.
wọ́n mọ ògo rẹ̀ lọ́jọ́ iwájú.
لأنهم عرفوا يعرف قدر هذا العرش وهذا المنصب.
wọ́n kàn ń gbé irú ọlá tó lọ ń ṣe sí Mẹ́kà yìí náà tó ṣe sílùú Saudi Arabia yìí.
يعرفون أن
kò sọ lámì ìlú ìyàfọ̀lọ́hùn.
يعرفون أن
kò sí ọlá kankan.
إذا صمد على هذه
Saudi Arabia ọlọ́run ló fún yín wọn.
يقول أمر المدينة إلى مثل ما صار
ní nǹkan kan ọlọ́run.
لذلك يحاكونه بالكلمة.
wọn ọ̀dá wà o.
ẹni òfò ni ẹ ṣòfò láyé ẹ tún ṣe lálìkìyàmọ ẹ̀yin rádaràda wọ̀nyí.
Rashidi Dangbana, that is supposed to be a king in Yoruba land. Yo, Yoruba ronu. When they tell you to ronu, it is not like the ronukus. As these, misfits continue to desecrate what should have been the sacred stools of, traditional stools in Yoruba land. They are willing to sell out. You see, it's a very good example of what I said earlier. To those of you who are saying America these guys are willing, if they can give them money, right? They will sell you out. They will wage war on you. Yeah, they will work with terrorists to help chase you away if you're not going to go away. People who are supposed to be protecting you, to care for you, because that's their job. But they are always looking for an opportunity to sell you off. I'll leave you with that. Thank you very much for your time, brethren. It's a quick reminder though, right? If you haven't liked the broadcast, please like it, okay? I'm going to call it a night now. I am going to see you again another time, right? So thank you so much. Please like and share if you haven't. And you should all have a great night. Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Mayegun Diary politico.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary Nayibi #1.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
àníyàn ìṣúra jù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àníyàn ìṣúra jù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àníyàn ìṣúra jù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin òwò.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àníyàn ìṣúra jù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àníyàn ìṣúra jù.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àníyàn ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran òun.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀gọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.